back, the Kansas City Steak Co. Prime Rib Roast. Oh, this is a big deal. This is center of the table for multiple people. Oh yes, this has won the Customer Choice Food Award for Best Entertaining Item 2 years in a row for a reason. This is a beautiful, gorgeous prime rib roast that is going to just have everyone coming back for seconds. Now, we've got lots to talk about here, but look who's joining us. Is this handsome guy, Ralph Pellerino?
Hey,
What's up, buddy? It's good to see you.
Everybody, how are you?
All right, we've got some options to talk about right now. So let's get down to business here. So we have down in front a 3.5 pound to 4 pound option for $109.98 or 5 easy payments of $22. You're saving $23 with this big deal price. Next up, we have a 4.5 to 5 pound option. This serves 8 to 10 people. Just come back here real quick to your 3.5 pound to 4 pound. That serves 6 to 8 people. This one right here, your 4.5 pound to 5 pound serves 8 to 10 people. Big deal price here is $129.98. 5 easy payments of $26, $27 savings there with our big deal price. Up here is our largest option. 5.5 pounds to 6 pounds. It serves 10 to 12 people, $149.98. 5 easy payments of $30. You're saving $32 off with that big deal price. You can lock this in on auto delivery, and you can get this shipment home whether you choose immediate now or December 9th, but then that auto delivery is coming home April 25th, and then Christmas 2025, December 2025. So you've got 3 different ship dates that you're gonna get with that auto delivery. All right, buddy, let's talk about this magic because we've presented this before.
Yes.
And I admittingly don't really love a prime rib because it's usually primarily just fat and it's always just too fatty for me. In this case, that fat, where?
Sure,
Yes,
sure,
where is it?
Well, first of all, I love what you just said because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people out there that don't like prime rib because of the fat.
Right.
Here's what I love about our prime rib is that it's balanced. There's just enough fat. I want to see everyone on the top right here. Look at that. Just enough fat that you don't need to sear this. That simply by putting it in the oven, you're going to get what looks like a hard sear.
Amazing.
But what that is that fat crisp up and create that meat candy.
Ooh.
Now, with a prime rib, you want just enough fat because basically it's bathing, it's basting itself in the oven. And if you see here, that's all meat.
Oh, man.
Okay?
Yes.
And then we cut into it, and the recommended is 6 to 8 ounces, which I think is still a lot.
Yeah.
But see how we cut into that? And you see that cap right there? Look at that. Oh,
on.
look at that. So again, this is what we call on the rarer side. People
Sure.
love their prime ribs a little on the rare side.
Yes,
but
they do.
what I love, and I'm going to cut you slice a bit, if we
Okay.
go to the back here for a second, okay?
Right.
This is where you're going to get more of a medium. I want everyone to see that, okay? Without cutting into it, isn't that beautiful?
Gosh, that's so
Okay,
pretty.
and this is easier, I'm going to show you in a second, than cooking. You ready for this?
Yes.
A hamburger.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. But you see,
What?
now you see if you go to the back there, a little bit more on the medium
Oh,
side.
you're right.
Okay, that's a little trick. Now, let's talk about how easy this is to cook.
Okay, because that's a big misconception that
Okay.
people have. They're like, oh, I can't spend this much money on a piece of meat like this. I don't know how to cook it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, here, this is great. So you're gonna get it frozen solid.
Oh.
You're gonna put it in your refrigerator for about 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
The day of, you're gonna take it out and put it on your countertop. This is what it's gonna look like. Now, this is the traditional, which smells and tastes like the holidays. Coriander, thyme, celery, carrot.
Got it.
And we put the netting on there. Now, here's what's great about this. The netting will ensure even cooking.
Okay.
So that's step 1.
Right.
Guesswork out.
So it keeps it all nice and tight.
Tight,
Moisture
but
in.
even cooking.
Got
now
it.
you're gonna take this, put the oven on at 375, pop this in the oven for about 1 to 1.5 hours.
Right.
At such time, you're gonna come in with a meat thermometer, put it in the middle. When it reads about 120,
Okay.
123, take it out, put it, some tenting on it, aluminum
Right.
foil, let it sit for 20 minutes. That's it. This is what I love about this. So you just literally go like this.
I'm getting hot just thinking about
Right,
all
and
this
put it in
food.
the
This
oven.
is amazing.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So if you're the person who said, raise your hand and said, I'll have the holidays this year,
Yeah.
and you never ever cook at all,
Right.
this is your This is your jam because
this is the move.
Because this will make you look like a professional. And by the way, everyone loves prime rib. Look at that.
All right, well, you just made me think of something amazing here because we also have 2 different options for you to choose from with that classic or the traditional rub. Okay, so let's get into those flavors too because you've got the option what size you want and then what ship date you want, immediate or December 9th. So you choose which size you want between that 3.5 to 4 pound, that 4.5 to 5 pound, or that 5.5 to 6 pound, and then you choose whether you want the traditional or the classic. Now walk us through what each of those mean. Are these little pieces over here for me?
Yeah, so they're for you. I made you a little pile.
Love you, Ralph.
Okay. So traditional, okay? It smells like the holidays. It tastes like the holidays. Coriander, thyme. The air will permeate with this flavor. And then the classic is just a dry campus. Whatever you want to do with it, okay?
Gotcha.
What I like to do, I rub a little bit of balsamic vinegar, put a little bit of those cipollone onions inside the roasting pan, and that's just what I do. Grapes go well with prime rib. But again, this is I almost want to say a heat and eat item. I mean, it's kind of not, but it is because all you're doing is defrosting, room temperature, 375 in the oven, 1.5 hours. Put the temperature gauge in, about 123.
Fantastic.
You take it out, tent it, and slice it up. And it's consistent and it's tradition. I mean, this is tradition.
Absolutely. And I mean, Kansas City Steak Company is one of those premier food brands for us, which brings us absolutely amazing cuts of meat that we're seeing right here. But the wonderful thing here about what you guys bring us is that we're able to know our source. We know exactly where it comes from and its quality every single time.
Well, I always like to say, it's kind of like, you know, people love our ribeyes, for example.
Right.
This is where we cut those ribeyes from. And you see this cap around here? This is the decal, right? That almost protects that meat.
Right.
And by the way, the decal, everyone gets a little piece of that, especially in the holidays. And it's a little bit of a treat. But look at here. Now, that's literally the most heavily marbled piece of meat on the cattle.
Oh, my gosh.
And look at, like you were talking about at the top of the show, fat.
Yes.
I don't see a ton of fat.
No.
I see a little bit of fat, and if you like prime rib, you like a little fat. But look at the top of this. I didn't sear this.
No.
We leave just enough fat on here that when it hits that oven, it literally crisps up and you get a little of that meat candy.
So fantastic. Oh my goodness. I mean, listen, we've got some beautiful moments here that you're seeing from our styling team. This is exactly what you want to platter and serve your friends and family during this time of year. It's these beautiful moments right in the center of the table. It's very, very special. I'm going to take you through all of the different options that we have again so you know exactly what to choose from. So the one that you're looking at right down in front here is your 3.5 to 4 pound option that serves 6 to 8 people. Big deal price is $109.98 or 5 easy payments of $22. You choose if you want the classic or traditional rub. Same goes for your 4.5 to 5 pound that serves 8 to 10 people. Big deal price is $129.98, 5 easy payments of $26. Our biggest offer, 5.5 pounds to 6.5 pounds serves 10 to 12 people, $149.98, 5 easy payments of $30. You choose classic or traditional rub. Do you want that shipped to you now or do you want it shipped to you December 9th? Lock it in on auto delivery at that price and get 2 more shipments, April 2025 and December 2025. But the real magic here is just the star of this beautiful prime rib roast. You bring it out of the oven and everyone's like, ooh.
First, I mean, that, we don't even have to say anything. Look at that. This is the larger option. Just so everyone sees, I want everyone to kind of get a 360 on that one. Do you see how crispy the top is?
Holy moly.
You did not sear this. All you did was take it out of that netting, and it already has just enough fat to not only self-base itself, but give you this.
Oh,
okay.
I love the reveal.
Look at the reveal, okay? And that is just absolutely gorgeous. And we talked about fat, just a little fat running through there. That's self-basting that meat as we cook it. And let's talk about how you cook this, because if this is your year,
yes,
okay, you know that the Kansas City Steak Company is tradition, and it's consistent. You will not go wrong. This will be good if you follow the instructions. So let me just show you quickly.
Well, I think too, even if this isn't your year, bill to, ship to, send somebody else this and say, oh yeah, I got this beautiful rib roast, you're gonna cook it.
I like to send it wherever I'm going that year.
Yeah.
And this way I don't trust grocery stores or any other shit.
No, for sure.
All right, so this is how it comes. You got netting on this. I want everyone to see, this is the fat we're talking about. Just enough fat that this will baste itself. So it's always fat side up.
Yeah.
Okay. This will crisp up. Netting ensures even cooking. You take it out, put it in the refrigerator 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
The day of, let it sit out. We want it to bring to room temperature.
Right.
Oven at 375. Put it in a roasting pan. Walk away. Go do something fun.
Sure.
Come back about 1.5 hours later. Stick your thermometer inside. When it reads about 120, 123, take it out, put a little aluminum foil on it, 20 minutes, let it sit.
Okay.
And then all you do is carve it up. That's it. That's
Beautiful.
it.
Well, you just bring up a really great point. Put in the oven, walk away. Like we've been saying with so many of our items here, it's so simple, it's so easy to have that wonderful menu already planned out, especially while we're talking about the age of possibility here. If you've ever wanted to create an amazing, beautiful menu with your prime rib roast, this is your moment right here. Look at this just opening up.
Yeah, did you see that?
Oh my gosh,
This is
you
the
can't
decal.
plan that.
Like, if you have a favorite person in your life,
Yeah.
this is what they get.
That's there it is right
Okay,
there.
if you're lucky enough. Look at that. That's the decal. You have to taste
Well,
it.
I do have to taste it. I was like, I'm your favorite person, right, Ralph?
I want you to taste it.
This is so good.
This is like filet mignon with like 1,000 million tastes of flavor.
Absolutely.
Taste that.
All right, we're going for it. Going for it. Okay. Oh, stop right now. Thank goodness Mary's got the next presentation because I'm gonna sit right here and finish this. You choose which size you want and what ship date you want with item M96675 from Kansas City Steak Company. It's back. Everyone has fallen in love with this. This is why it's won Customer Choice Food Award for Best Entertaining Item for a reason. Ralph, thank you so much, buddy.
you.
I'm gonna keep eating this with you right
Do your
here.
thing.
All right. Coming up later on in the show, we've got a one-time only for you from The Perfect Gourmet with the 50 count of these classic pot stickers and spring rolls. Ooh, a combo. So stick around for this one-time only price. This is gonna be very, very special. And now here's Mary with today's special value.
Who could ask for a better intro than that? Everybody, it is Printables Day. And if you've shopped from Mrs. Printables before, you need to go ahead and